Then all these three things together, we are going to merge in the schedules. So once you have a schedules, then in the inventory, what and all mandatory in the inventory setup? Business unit, legal entity, ledger, location, schedule operations, and then item definition, item master creation. So these 4 5 steps are mandatory to make out inventory organization. So inventory, see these are so far whatever we discuss from legal ledger to inventory organization. These are the main what do you call architecture of the cloud. So if you want to
Exactly.
go for OEM, or if you want to go for project management, if you want to go for what you call procurement, these steps or these configurations are mandatory. But I am not telling in all these things, but I am telling which and all mandatory setups for subsequent modules of sales of SCM. Other than this, we have a lot specific to module wise. But if you want to move into the modules, these some of the things are mandatory setups. Now we will go for procurement offerings. Now procurement foundation or purchasing foundation. Purchasing foundation or procurement. Uh, any of these things we will discuss later. So we'll start as per this particular what do you call use case. So we'll go for procurement foundation. In the procurement foundation, so these are the mandatory setups. Configure procurement business function, configure requisition BU. So now I am creating configure requisition BU. So what is my BU? ABC, something is there, right?
ABC. Yes.
So this is the one.
Yes.
Click on OK. So if we are not configuring this, what will happen? We cannot create the PRs, we cannot create the POs, all those things. So default delivered to organization. So this will be your ABC inventory arc. Why it is showing here? Because our inventory has been embedded with the inventory arc. So that is the reason when you open the default delivered to organization, we are getting the organization details. Line type. There are two types, goods and service. Goods means we
Yes.
should have a quantities. Service means it is the amount based. So there are a lot we can define in the line types, whatever you want. But basically there are two things. One is services, goods. Services means simple example. Okay. So for example, a simple example is washing machine is not working. So we're contacting the customer care. Customer care people will be send the engineer to repair your washing machine. So what they are doing? They are doing the services. See, services again two types. One is once within the warranty, then the person who expected this service, this guy no need to pay any money to the like company. If it is not warranty, then whatever service is providing by the engineer, this guy has to pay the money. That is the services. In the services, there is no point of quantities, only amount based. Service person will come and he will charge. We need to pay the money. If it is goods, then something. For example, you buy something. So once the goods came into your location, then we are paying the money. That is the goods. Okay. Then group requisition import. These and all like whenever we are importing the requisitions from third party system, when how we want to group it. So these either by item, buyer category, those things we can do it. See, these every field should have a some impact in our what do you call implementation. So reapproval required for changes made during an active approval process. So everything it is very tough, but every option having some kind of significance. Now approval required for buyer modify. Suppose I created a PR, buyer has modified something, then when you submit the PR, system automatically trigger the approval. Enable approval override. Approval, for example, you created a PR. PR went to Ramu. Now I want to override that Ramu to Govardhan. So that particular option you can see in the approval when we enable this particular checkbox. Next, enable supplier availability details. These and all for internal transfers. So time being, you just ignore it. So context values for equation header level. These are and also see I told DFFs, EFFs. So those things will let you know what is the significance of each and flex fields. Okay. What is the purchasing? Purchasing BU. If you have different, then you can select the BU. See how it will be different because we selected the BU, whatever BU we selected, that BU I want that BU act as a both requisition and procurement. If we have a separate BU, then you can choose that BU here. Since I don't have a separate BU here, so that is the reason I'm able to find same BU which is present in the requisition BU. Okay. And ship to location, these and all not mandatory. If you want, you can give. Ship to location means whenever if you order, so the order goods has to come to where. Okay. So these things will be useful to default the values, some of the values in the requisition screen, in the PR screen. Okay. Allow requisition to agreement UM conversions. If you have any different UMs, you have to check the checkbox. Price change, these and all as soon as once you enter into that, but mandatory things you have to remember as a what you call for your interview purpose. Default delivery location, procurement BU, this setup has to be present, this setup has to be present. If these two setups are not there, you cannot configure this particular equation BU. Okay, so save the form. Too many matching records, specify additional criteria to limit the number. That is, this is not a problem with our setup. It is a problem with huge data present in this particular instance. Okay. Now we did a configure equation BU. Now go to procurement BU. So equation BU for PR, procurement BU for remaining things. Sorry, there is some problems here. Because a lot of data is there. Sometimes we don't know why these are not triggered. Go to setup and maintenance. Procurement, foundation, procurement BU. Open this. Okay, let us find out mine. ABC. Where is that ABC? ABC. Click on OK. Okay, so here now what is in mandatory setups I am concentrating? Inventory organization and then currency. Remaining and all optional. Okay, so we have already created. So select your inventory organization. What is my inventory organization? ABC, right?
Yes.
My God, this is a problem, man. These things. Search. Okay, and currency is any of currency you can define there, because why you are getting this many you already aware, because the data will be more. Line types, see all these things: line type, payment, shipping method, freight terms, these and all whatever data which you have give here, these things will be default in the PO screen, nothing else. Okay, so now I'll keep goods here. Okay, so payment terms, I'll keep some net 30. Shipping method, if you did DHL. See these things, it will be a some small setups, freight terms, payment terms, like that there are a lot of things, FOBs. Destination. Price breaks, these and all will see. We have a cumulative, non-cumulative. I'll explain what is that. See, what is the buyer significance? Buyer significance is, suppose if this PO is, or if this BU will be handled by single buyer, the buyer always, the what you call the business client will be expecting this buyer has to be default into the PR or PO, PR. So that time we have to select the buyer from here. Okay, now we have a what you called, we have more than one buyer. Based on one some condition, I want to bring A buyer once, B buyer once, C buyer once. Then for that we have to have one more setup called as manage buyer assignment rules. Manage buyer assignments. If you have more than one buyer you want to bring based on certain conditions, then you have to go for manage buyer assignments. If you have only single buyer, you can select from here. So this buyer is nothing but what? User. One user acts as a buyer. So we don't have any users here, so we can't select. Okay. And file size. So whenever if you attach the attachments for the purchase order, what is the size? What is the megabytes? How much megabyte we can allow? Something thousand, whatever it is. A receipt close tolerance percentage. Tolerance means, for example, you ordered 10, you kept here some 5%, means
Mm.
10, 5%. What is a 5% means? 10 into 5 by 100. So 10 into 5, it will be 50 by 100. So 1 by 2, zero point 0.5 means 10 plus 5 or 9.5. It will allow during receipt, because something like, if it is only one particular, if the if the UAMs are each, then it will be a what do you call whole values. What do you, yeah, it will be numbers 1 2 3 like that. Suppose some items, let us take a rice item, or let us take any item which is having weight. So the time, maybe some kind, so due to some weather conditions, the the weight will vary. It will be sometimes 9.5 will come, sometimes 1 kg will come. You can find out those kind of variations in the oil measurements or in the rice, right? So that time this tolerance will be applicable, but tolerance may not be applied for electronic goods, but for FMCG goods or grocery goods, something. If they want to apply, they can apply. There is no restriction for electronic goods as well. So you ordered mobile, but you were expecting you will get a more than one mobile. No, right? Most of the cases it won't applicable. But that is what I'm telling. This receipt close tolerance will be applied for FMCG or for something which has having weight as a UAMs or liters as a UAM. But if it is each, it may not be suitable. Okay. Now receipt close point. So when so this particular checkbox or what you call field helpful to financial peoples. When we are closing the receipt, accepted, delivered, received. So when we close, once you close, the PO will close. Once the PO will, sorry, once receipt close, PO also will change the status. Then that PO will be interfaced to the finance module. So that is the reason we have to select when we need to close this particular receipt, either accepted, delivered, receipt. Okay. So why accepted, delivered coming? We have uh, receiving parameters. One is direct, standard, and then inspection. So when it is inspection, we have to select as delivered. When it is standard, accepted. When it is direct, received. Okay. So invoice also we have a tolerance percentage. If you want, you can give. And similarly, there are sourcings. So source because this procurement BU can be a source for RFQ creations. RFQs also can create RFQ, RFIs. So these are the sourcing documents. Okay. So whenever you talk about sourcing, we'll see negotiation type, what we need to default, what is the style. These and all we'll see later. Now here also we have a there are a lot of check boxes. Okay. Group requisitions. So when you are making the PO, when you want to group the requisitions, you can group. If you check the checkbox, it will group. Means within the PO, you can embed more than one PRs. Okay. And what about these things? These prospective suppliers, spend authorized suppliers is these are these URLs are helpful. This will be giving to the suppliers. See, the supplier is not. I mean, see, you have a new company, boss. Okay. So far you don't have suppliers. Okay. So you want to register some suppliers with your company. Why we need to register? If you have some kind of registration, then only the supplier will supply the goods. Okay. So I mean, organization point of view, if you think, definitely there should be a registration with the suppliers. So once you don't have any commitment or any registration with the suppliers, so today they will supply, tomorrow they will forget. Because your company is not a standard company or small scale company. If it is a big organization, 100% there should be some kind of supplier organization, supplier registrations, okay, and supplier maintenance. Whenever if you want to buy one pen, always they will go for supplier list. From the supplier only they will select. They won't go today with Reynolds, tomorrow with something else. They won't go like that. Okay. So to register suppliers from the outside, your box, means outside or outside of your SaaS instance. So you want to register that, you are going to give these URLs to the suppliers. So supplier fill the information, they will send back to you. Then here somebody will monitor, and then they will decide, yes, the supplier having all the what you call the parameters. Means they will check all parameters. What is the financial background? What is the supplier company name? Company name has been registered. Company is ISO. So like that, they will check all the parameters, and then they will decide, yes, this supplier I'm going to buy some particular items for my organization. So here we know prospective and spend authorized. Prospective means is not a supplier. Prospective suppliers will be only what you called mm, useful for negotiation documents in the negotiations. During negotiation, the prospective supplier will be helpful for the organization. Prospective supplier is not a supplier, is not a full supplier, is not a regular supplier, is not a full-fledged supplier. So when it is spend authorized, then he's having all the rights. Means I can create the PO for him, I can create the agreement, I can create the negotiation also, I can create the contracts. But if it is prospective supplier, we can create only negotiations. Okay. So always who is the what you called the full-fledged supplier is spend authorized supplier. If the supplier is a spend authorized, then only that guy I can create against him, I can create any documents for our procurement. Okay. So remaining things when we will go, we'll discuss this sourcing in detail later. Now grouping equations, I said when you are making the PO and you want to group the things, group the equations based on the item or based on the quantity or whatever it may be. So you can group it while creating the PO. Okay. So now configure procurement BU edit. Okay. Now manage receiving parameters. Why we need to use the receiving parameters? So when you want to receive the goods in your inventory location, that setup will be mandatory. And before that, procurement agent. What is the significance of procurement agent? See, now in your organization, under your legal entity, we have a 4 BUs or 3 BUs. Okay, but you have a right for only one BU. You don't have any right for another BU. When you want to when the system want to provide that particular option, that particular functionality to you as a buyer or a agent, like agent nothing but we're providing the access for other than your BU. Your BU is ABC, so you want to have access for another BUs under the under your legal entity for XYZ or PQR, then you are going to provide the procurement agent access. If you don't have that, you don't have any permission to see the PRs, the POs, the agreements of other BU. Hope you understand, or still you want some explanation? Hmm? What?
Understand.
Second. 1 second, my battery is going down. Let me on. It's on. Okay, so you go to place. I'm just explaining. So this will be common problem. So let us take any BU. Agent is nothing but what you called this user. So why it is not coming my user? Because 315. Let me try. Because this procurement BU has to be present under the legal entity, then only it will come. Okay, just for understanding, I am taking any other person does not contain XYZ. So why my name is not coming is when you are creating the user, you selected legal entity, right? Ledger,
Hmm.
legislation, and then BU also. So under that legal entity, whatever BUs are there, so those BUs you have a permission. Other than that, you don't have a permission to see. Okay. So default is not required. See here, I am manage equations. You want to allow, you want to give access to other agent documents, whether view or full. View means only read only. View full means this guy can make any changes in the requisitions, any changes in the purchase orders, any changes in the agreements, negotiations. So like that, when you want, when the person want to make a changes fully,
Hmm.
read, write anything, you have to give a full. Only read means view. Got my point?
Hmm.
So I'm not doing this one. Okay, go ahead, save and close. So this is the purpose of procurement agent. Now we'll go for receiving parameters. Where we'll find receiving parameters? We'll find in receiving parameters. So there are a lot actually. Purchasing foundation also. We'll see. Some of the things we'll see. We don't want to touch. If you touch, if you are, because as soon as once you are working, then only will get all idea. If you're not working, this will be become a burden for you. Okay, let me try here only. Manage receiving. So in the receiving area, receiving parameters. Whenever you don't know the things, you can try here or you can try in the global search as well. Okay, receiving parameters. So receiving parameters we are making for your inventory arc. ABC, ABC inventory arc. Okay, so here receipt days exceed action. So you expecting you have to receive today, but you are not received today. So what action you want to perform, whether you want to perform reject or warning, whatever it may be. So I want to perform only none. Okay, over receipt action. Anything if you want to do. So over receipt means you expected 10 but you received 20.
Hmm.
Receipt routing. This is important. Direct delivery or standard or inspection. When you select direct delivery, what will happen? System will default the direct delivery, but later system will allow to make a changes. These and all only for default purpose. Generation, automatic or manual. So type alphanumeric, numeric means numbers, how the number has to come. So I'll make it out alphanumeric only ABC. So this is my first receipt number.
Hmm.
What happened? The number is not a whole number. Enter a whole number. Alphanumeric, right? If it is alphanumeric, why it is not allowing? Yeah. Receipt routing also for RMA. RMA means return merchandise authorization. When you are returning, somebody authorized this has been defect. Somebody will authorize. Somebody will what do you call check the particular thing. Then later only they will give the replacement. Okay. So that's all here. Allow unordered. These and all. Enforce blind receiving. Allow routing override. Allow unordered means if you are not ordered. See, sometimes what will happen now? Let us take a Flipkart or Amazon. So you are a valuable user to them. What they will do, whenever they are launching new products, they will send a samples. They will send a samples. Means you are not ordered anything in the Flipkart, but you got something to your home. How you got that? Based on that unordered receipts. These are the samples sometimes they will send to recommend their product or to market their product or to show this product has been launched in the market. That is the, when you want to do that, we can select this on unordered receipts. Enforce blind receiving. These will come in the where in the negotiations. When you want to print the receipt, you check the checkbox. I mean, once you make a receipt, it will give the print option. Okay, print documents. There are a lot of things. Shipment, these are all not necessary. Once you, this will give like directly we can print supply documents for return to suppliers. Print shipping documents. Print shipping document for returns. Just if you want, you can check the checkbox so that system. I mean, the application will work according to that. Okay. Allow substitute receipts. Substitute receipts means what in by substitute? See here, we only receipt routings. So you have to know. Sometimes they will ask what is unordered receipts. What is substitute receipt? Substitute receipt is, so you ordered one mobile. Okay, series is some thousand. Since this particular thousand series of mobile is not present in their inventory, they like the Flipkart. So the Flipkart people call to you, sir, this 1000 is not there, but 1001 is there. This is the advance than your order. So do you want to send it that particular item? So once you agree, then they will send that. That is called as substitution. Substitute receipts. Instead of one, you are getting something. That is the substitution. But here order is required. But here order is not required. Unordered means there is no order. But here order is required. But you ordered A, but you are expecting, I mean, based on the stock, you agreed for to receive the B. Then you select this particular thing. Okay. So leasing parameters done. Now go to our test case, use case or test case. See this one, creation user, this and all. I don't know you are done or not, but just for to understand what is happening. Whenever anybody will ask, so you are in a position to give the answers. Location, BU, inventory, this and all we did now. Reference data set also they have given explained there. Inventory over and hope BU also. Oh. Next one is common options for payables and procurement. So this particular thing will be used to procure to pay. When you want to expect the payment, when you want to, I mean, when we have to pay the money to the supplier. Okay. So against your goods. So then you have to set up these common options for payables and procurement. So this you can find out here. So here what is required? BU is required, and you have some accounts for each and every field. Liability, what is the account has to be prepayment. So this is finance, but because why they have given here is this particular use case will be covering procure to pay. Okay, we'll make it out. What is the big deal here? So where we can find out this procurement or purchasing foundation, procurement foundation, go to all tasks, common options for payables and procurement. If this is rep is not there, we cannot make out your invoice or payment or invoice. So what is my BU? ABC. These are all not coming. This has to be enabled.
Mm.
We selected same thing, right? BU1 only. Mm, what happened? Select something else. ABC. ABC. Select. Let us take north or south BU. No, no. So this has to be present, but not sure. Maybe this is some problem in the instance or not sure. I'll show this one in my instance, okay? So later we'll show. Now, racing parameters we did already. Next, so these are the payable setups: invoice option, payment, create a bank account, branch. Uh, so for this, that BU, that particular common options has to work. Let me. Why it is not working? Let us go to my machine. Not sure what is the problem. Thing has to come. But here I think this is the not a. There may be some setup or what. Um, Vision USB something. Continue. See, see something for something system is pulling. ABCBU it is not coming. ABC1 underscore. Yes. So whatever legal ledger we selected, so that should have a accounting structure. It should, might be it has. That's fine. Let us, we'll see that. Next we'll go to manage invoice options. So these area it will be dry for me, but anyhow, whatever it is there in the test case, I am going to explain to you. So manage invoice options, payment, these and all used for procure to
Hmm.
pay. Go to invoice options. Because we are not doing that pay things, it will be doing by financial team. But to understand the thing they are given here, manage invoice options. So financials it will come. If you don't know that, you come here, invoice options, manage invoice options. Why? I think something they are restricted here.
Hmm.
Let me try here. Manage invoice options. Oh, why man? That is the reason here. Need to see why they are not allowing. Okay, go to setup and maintenance.
Hmm.
Because scope we have to select. That is the reason, I guess. Uh, go to your machine only.
Hmm.
Click on done. Financials, payables, invoice options. We have to select the scope.
Hmm.
So that is the reason system is not allowing. Okay, good. Select and add, apply and go task. Select your BU. So my BU is ABC underscore. Click on search. This one. Save and close. Okay. Now this one currency. I don't know. India we selected. I don't know which one is selected. Fine. Pay group. These no need to bother much. Whichever monetary is there, you just make it out. Those things here. Invoice currency and remaining and all payment terms. This is important. Immediate or whichever you want. And remaining optional. So any of these and all, what is the significance? I too don't know because this is not my area.
Hmm.
Okay, just save. Save and close. Invoice option done. Next, payment options. Payment options here. So these are also ABC. Just go ahead. Invoice options for invoice creations. Payment options for pay. Procure to pay. Payment. We are paying the amount to the suppliers
Hmm.
against our goods. Okay. So there is nothing here. Account for payment at payment issue clearing. So what is
Hmm.
this here? payment options. Set the options as shown in the below. That's all. First two things we have. Allow payment date before the system date. Allow override the supplied side bank account if you want to override. Account payment, account for payment at payment issue and clearing. Okay. Currency conversion, if you have anything, you just select. Bank charges, any bank charges you have. I mean, so when you pay through the bank or through the check, some charges will be incurred by the bank, right? So that you have to select here, either standard or negotiated. You select as standard as per the standards of banks. This is payment options. Next, banks. Create a bank. We'll create it, these things. Even I also not sure, but we'll try. Manage bank. So where we'll create the bank? Where we will create the bank. Procurement, cash management, and banking. Procurement only. Cash management and banking. Create the bank, correct? So are we creating bank or what? Yes, manage banks. Create your own bank. Bodala Bank or ABC Bank. Country, I'm selecting as USA because we are more familiar with the USA. India means we never like, right? What, you are sleeping?
No.
Then ABC Bank. So today it will be there, tomorrow we don't know whether it will be there or not. Okay. So alternate bank name itself we don't know what is alternate code. So code ABC 001. Okay. So let me see, even I also don't know much. Create a bank and we need to create the address. Address is important where it will be there. So go here, click on this. First save the form so that country bank it will create. Then you can add the address, bank address, wherever it is there. So my bank will be address line 1. This is line 2. City is California. California. Hey. అరే ఎల్లో కూడా పెట్టేసి వాషింగ్టన్ DC or something. Postal code Kailas. Where your brother will be there? Kenas. This one only, right? Kailas or Kenas? Huh?
Not that one.
Other one, no? Okay. If the bank are having any contact, provide the contact name, either bank manager or somebody. If you have that sufficient information, you can add there. Create a bank. So something Jockson or Dixon. Okay. Jamil. So if you have any phone numbers, purpose is the phone number purpose, sorry. Work. Something you can give 33445. Okay. And address. Address of whom? Contact person address. Manager address, something. So here also dollars or dollars? Dollars. Dollars or dollars? ఏదో ఒకటి. So if you have any email, abc.com. Okay, select this as a primary. If you want to select this as a primary, you can just select it. Here also same. You want to select this phone number as a primary. Primary means first contact. Like they will contact this number first. Click on OK. So we made everything. Just save. We created a successfully bank. So common options are not working. I don't know. Let us see that why it is not working. Okay, now we'll go to where? So ABC came. Click on done or submit. And done. Now we need to create under the bank. We have to create the branch. Which how many branches you have? So I have only single branch that will be in US. So select the branch. So click on place. You select your bank here. First bank. Then only under the bank you have to make it a branch. So it is showing here only, right? ABC. Okay, my branch also ABC. What you are telling? Washington DC. Okay, routing number. They're having some numbers for each branch. Branch number type, bank type, chips, Swift, ABC. I don't know what is bank type. You are aware bank? What is bank type means?
No.
You are no now. You know now something about banks. Bank branch type. Chips means what? Shift. Huh? What is shift man? Branch something is there. I don't know. Let it be. Washington DC. Something is coming just to understand the purpose. Okay, so here any line one you want. So similarly contacts. Just I am selecting only bank, branch address. Select this save. The routing number enter a correct value for the routing number field. Don't know. This is the something. Oh boy.
We need to know passport వస్తాను భయ్యా
Okay, go ahead. Hello. Super. So we created a branch, but routing number we have to give a 9 number. Hello. So then it will come. Hello. Okay, now account we are selecting, we are making. So after that we will end up. So we done bank, branch, and then invoice options, payment options. Now what we are doing, we are creating the account under the branch, bank or branch. So we have to go for that. Where it is? Cash is not there. Why? Come out to procurement. Same cash management and banking account. Go to all tasks. Manage bank account is there or not here? Bank branch bank account. Manage bank accounts. Manage bank accounts. Okay, if you're not finding, then just bank account. Hmm. Somewhere cash and management. Why it's not showing that? Okay. Okay. Now you are creating the account. Account of whom? Your account only. I mean the organization account. What is a bank branch? Where is my bank branch? Come on, man. Are you sleeping still?
Bank branch, yeah.
Tell me, what is a bank branch?
ABC, Washington, D.C.
ABC. ABC is enough. Account name. Same. Washington, DC. Accounting number. It is a 12-digit number. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Currency. Legal entity. This is important. So under which legal entity our particular BU is there?
So,
So you have to know that. You can't give other one.
correct.
So how to find out? How to find out?
Go to setup and maintenance. Le-
Huh?
type legal entity ಅನ್ನೋದು.
What legal
What
entity,
means?
man? Ayyo Rama. So my legal entity is
001 Vision legal entity.
it is rotating, man.
One type.
Accounting type, savings, whatever comfortable is there, we can select. And so now I'll go back here. Click on business unit access tab and create access for your BU. Hey, what is this here? So these and all remaining not required. Go to controls. Anything is there? Reconciliation. These for finance.
Unity, business unit.
So BU, provide your BU access. My BU is ABC. GL account has to come, man. Don't know what is that problem here. Payment method, electronic. What is this? Payment document category. Yeah, electronic payments or expense. Okay, so these has to come, but that setup. I mean, what do you call? This is there now. Mm, for a ledger, I have account SYA, right? SYA, or what is that? Value set, creation of structure instance, COA, chart of account structure.
That's
Account
account.
will be used for receivables, payables, whichever you want. You can select only for payables. So your account also created. So then send money. Okay. So payment document. So these and all we are not done. Controls also we have. Then security configuration. Perform below security configurations. Add the rules. Change your primary job assignment. Manage procurement. Adding roles we'll see. And data access. Any of these things we'll see once we add the roles. And what is trying to tell here? Changing your primary job assignment. What is
అదే
this?
మెయిన్ ఇక్కడ
Huh?
జాబ్ అసైన్మెంట్ ఇయర్ వచ్చింది కదా అక్కడే
Click on save. Data access. This is change your primary job. Manage users. Search person. Section business unit or business unit. Why we need to change here? Job assignment. Oh, job.
if you not change no it will not
It will not.
take.
Why?
You
Where
should
it will
change
not
the
take?
primary job assignment rules. No, it's
No, no, no. Why we need to change? We can set up starting itself. Is the buyer or is the operation unit or some operational guy, employee, job. This job is talking about. Sorry. This primary job not mandatory, but whatever
mm,
job which you define your system, if you want to bring, you can
mm,
add
mm,
here in the manage
mm.
users. Procurement agent we have seen, and configure procurement BU. You know these things we covered already. Configure transaction account builder. These things it is like setup for accounting for procurement. So here in 42. So these things we'll see later class. So this is important. Once you don't have this accounting setups
Mm,
for procurement, you cannot create the PR. But you can create by optionally you can pass
mm,
what you called expense account.
mm.
But that is not a what you called permanent solution. Just to make out PR, you can do it. But actually, this is the setup for your purchasing or your expense account in the PRs, expense variance account. There are 4 5 accounts are there. So these things you
Okay.
can do from here. Okay. And after that, supplier site agreement, SSP. So these things anyhow we'll see. Supplier creation. This is supplier site creation. Next bill to gill to. Mm, okay. Anyhow, these things will take it out tomorrow.
Mm.
So from my end, this is the things which